Chapter 9. Disasters. Listen and figure out. Listen to this account of the earthquake at Bhuj, Gujarat, in India, then the statements if they are right. Suddenly I was woken up by shouts from everyone at home. The earth was shaking. Our home was a 3-story building. The topmost floor crashed to the floor, windows and doors rattled, and we all ran outside. The people in whole street were screaming and howling. It's an earthquake. Some houses at the corner of our street were razed to the ground. People were buried in the debris. Nearly 30,000 people died that fateful day. I decided to help people out of their homes and help them search for their loved ones and to maintain calm. The army was sent out and they were all over the town helping people to collect their belongings. We could not believe this had happened to us. I prayed that this should never happen to any country ever. Listen to the news on TV about a bus accident. A private bus carrying 50 passengers, supposed to be the bridegroom and his family members and relatives, was going from Ramanagar to Savanagar. The overspeeding bus driver hit the bridge and fell into the deep waters of the fast-flowing Ganges. The bus was overloaded and the driver was not a trained driver for long distances. He must have been drunk and sleepy too. Only 2 men and a lady survived the accident. Speak and express. Read the newspaper headline. Work in pairs and discuss these accidents. Which of these is the most serious one? 1. Bus mows down 3 school children. 2. Motorist dies at the railway crossing. 3. Truck kills pedestrian. 4. 20 die in Howrah Mail accident. Work in pairs and discuss the following reasons for accidents on road. Drivers driving without a license. Traffic police not enforcing laws and rules. Traffic lights not functional at major junctions. Overtaking and overspeeding. Use of cell phones and listening to music. Speak and express. A little after 8:15 a.m. Hiroshima time, the bomb was released and 2,000 feet above the center of the city there was a blinding explosion, burgeoning into an enormous fireball and a towering column of mushroom-shaped cloud. The dropping of the atom bomb signaled a new era in the history of human warfare, an era when cities, whole populations could be annihilated, maimed, or even genetically damaged for several generations. At Hiroshima, on that fateful morning, the furnace heat of the bomb flattened 42 square miles of the city and incinerated the rest. Out of about 343,000 people, 78,000 were horribly burned, and some 14,000 were missing. Of 76,327 buildings, about 48,000 were completely destroyed, and more than 22,000 severely damaged. Some 180,000 survivors contracted a deadly new illness they called atomic disease. Exercise. After listening to the CD discuss in groups about the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings, have a debate in class on this mad race for weapons in war. Should India make atom bombs or not? Man-made disasters. Work in groups and discuss. The Upha Cinema in Delhi and the Carlton Towers in Bangalore were the buildings engulfed in fire. Discuss how these fires could have been prevented. The worst tragedy to have occurred is the Bhopal gas tragedy. How can such disasters be prevented? Let's say it right. Walk could. Climb often. Talk would. Limb soften. Stalk should. Cucumber fasten. Nature Bristol. Nation wrap. Mature bustle. Motion wrapper. Suture Castle, portion, wrangle. Pete spear, Pete poke to the peep patch to pick a piece for the poor pink pig in the 9-hole poem. Another day in Japan. Oh, what a week of destruction we've shared. Total devastation and disaster for even the prepared. First it with a 7.0, then a 8.6. Many buildings stood strong, while others splintered to sticks, trying hard to breathe as we tried to pull ourselves together, thinking the worst had passed and now things would get better. But then from deep under the sea came a giant roar, and a tsunami wave of water brought tremendous suffering to our door. Houses, cars, and people by the thousands washed away. After a 9.0 earthquake offshore caused the wave that added more suffering to our day. Thousands missing soon turned to tens of thousands dead, as Mother Nature continued to pour more misery upon our head. But Mother Nature can't be blamed for it all, even though she pities. For we made the nuclear power plants that powered our cities. In our foolish pride, we thought we could control the power. But one by one they failed as the world watched hour after hour. As radiation filled the air and clouds spread it over our land, the world held its breath while offering a helping hand. With iodine for children and blankets from the cold, death, devastation, freezing and hunger. As day by day this suffering grows old, will life ever change? Or is this our new norm? Will we find shelter from the cold or have food that is warm? We can't think of tomorrow while life has dealt us such a raw deal, especially while each day we don't know where we will find our next meal. We can't help but wonder, will this suffering ever end? And can we truly count on the charity of the world as our friend? In recent history, has there ever been a greater need? And will you step up and help? Or are these just words you will read? Minute by minute and day by day, thousands upon thousands are just trying to find their way, just praying that they will make it through all this alive. Hopefully with the charity of the world, Japan will survive. So if there is any charity at all in your heart, give what you can. Everything will help. So please do your part. If we all give each woman, child and man to those who are simply surviving another day in Japan,